Crikey, here's a demo derby driver in his natural habitat, working on the cars. Careful he doesn't see us. He could stop at any moment.
Alright, back with an update on the AMC. She's getting closer to ready. Got a bumper welded on the front of it. That's all set to go. Basically now we're just going to put the thing in the garage so that we can go out and get mine to... Oh, please hold. Of course we can't have a dirty floor when Adam's car comes in the garage. Guess what Adam's doing? Adam's sweeping. So we're just going to back this guy into the garage so that tomorrow we can go grab the Lumina. It'll probably just stay on the trailer. I'll finish it on the trailer because my big car's still in the garage taking up space while we work on a fix for that. So I'm going to get this thing off the trailer. Alright, and now we jump ahead just a little bit. We're still with the AMC, but it's also Derby Day. It's a Wednesday. Wednesday, what's the date today?
Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
There's a bee in the camera. I hope that shows up on the TV.
It is Wednesday the 15th. It's on my finger, resting while I take... Oh, yep, now it's in my face. Okay. I don't know if you guys... Yeah, maybe you can see it. Okay, I'm getting attacked by a bee while I'm filming. Sorry about that. Alright, back to the... It's Derby Day.
Hey, what do you call a bear with no ears? A bee.
So... I'm sorry, guys. What have we done? The AMC didn't really need a ton. We did get the carburetor stuff figured out. She's all good to go. We did talk to the promoter because the rules for this class say that if you run threaded rod through the front, it has to go through the frame stock location only, like on W bodies where the front body, the subframe mounts to the unibody frame. That's where it's supposed to go through. You're not allowed to weld, all that good stuff. Well, this car isn't really built like that. It's got these bumper shocks, and then it goes all the way back, and then there's some more tubing. I mean, it goes a long ways. But it's got this little plate right here, and just to be able to have some threaded rod and have something to give ourselves a little bit more bumper support, we called and asked, as long as we didn't get serious on welding. He said it was fine if we just as far forward as possible threw some threaded rod in here and welded it to, it's kind of the frame, but definitely different than what you see on W bodies and stuff. So threaded rod is in both sides, everything else is still chain. We got our bumper hold downs on there, hopefully being able to keep this thing in one piece. I mean, this is just a Lumina bumper, I think.
Regal.
Regal.
That was the bumper off the Regal.
That's just got the tubing inside it. We're allowed to square tubing bumper, so this was just so that we had something to help get the 9-wire through. So that was the only real reason for adding the skin onto it, because that's not really going to help much. Other than that, all little stuff. Again, yep. We got Adam's steering wheel taped, so maybe he'll keep his hands out of it. We'd like him to be able to at least keep one hand operational. Fuel pump is secured, battery tray secured, gas tank secured. We got the strap around the seat. She's ready to go hit stuff. Obviously you saw us weld the rear end. She's pretty happy. And on the trailer, we got my car that I'll be running. The Lumina from the Last Man Standing race. She's seen some better days, but hopefully we can go finish her off today. I got a whole stockpile of crap that I really need to get put into a car. So hopefully we can go finish this one off. I had a fuel pump leak, that's fixed. Went out and grabbed some diggers because we were only allowed street tires for the actual race. I wired my hood down. Tightened up all threads, so she's pretty solid again. I mean, it still just goes through the core support. It doesn't go any farther than that. I could have welded more because the bumper is starting to fold. I could have welded some more right there, but I took a look. It looks like everything's staying attached fairly well with those plates we put along the top. This side head bent in a little bit more. I should have got that on camera. I'm sorry, guys. Let's see how better, Jesus. Yeah, so that's a little bit harder to see, but it is all, this part's kind of ripping away and kinking where it attaches to the frame. And it actually down here went into the core support and pushed everything back. But the radiator seemed to be holding water, so I filled her back up. Everything seemed fine there. Obviously, as you can see there, subframe's already going. So this is really just going to be a go out, put her to the floor. Guys, if I don't last all that long in this one, it's not going to break my heart. I'd like to get a decent run out of this car, but I know that we built this to be the last man standing car because it was a little crusty, a little rusty, a little ugly. We didn't build it even to the max of these rules. It's not built to the max of the bone stock rules. I could have run these down through the subframe like we were talking about on the AMC and had a ton more strength. It's just with what this car has been through, it already got us a trophy. Really, my goal is to just go finish her off and hopefully be able to finally take a car to the scrapyard.
We've only scrapped 1 this year so far.
And how many have we built, Adam?
9.
Yeah, we're doing good. So that's a horrible record compared to what I would like to see. So
It's not an even 10 because we drove the Vic in the last man standing race and the Oshkosh. Everything else was 2 new cars each.
yeah, we've had a lot of fresh stuff. So we got a lot of stuff sitting and a lot of stuff to either decide, do we run it and finish it off somewhere this year, or do we just get ourselves a good head start onto this crazy cluster next year if we try to do all the same shows. So everything else still the same in mine. I mean, my battery had come loose. I tightened that. Nothing real serious. I considered notching the trunk a little bit, but I left it alone. I mean, it hasn't moved much, but it does look like it at least
right way.
it kind of wants to go up, at least on this side. So I'm just going to let it do what it wants to do because I know that I could notch it, but with as crusty as this thing is, it's going to do what it wants to do anyway. So I'm just going to let it go, do what it wants to do.
Pound it down with the sledge right here just to get that out to go down so that
Yeah.
might have a better chance.
Yeah, no, that's from, I mean, if you guys watched...
holding the whole thing together.
Oh, absolutely. If you guys watched all this hit, that's, I mean, literally, there's some pictures floating around on Facebook. This guy hit me and then continued and bounced off the wall hard enough that all 4 wheels came off the ground. I mean, he was carrying some speed.
Of a full-size car.
And ripped the hub off, and that's where all that damage came from, was from him hitting me. So, it's not like it got hit from the back and started to fold that way. So, I mean, it's really tough to say what it's going to do. But it's alumina, so that's defense only in my mind. This is going to be see how messed up we can get the subframe kind of show in my mind. My goal, or my prediction, if this show goes at all the way that I'm hoping that it does, I will guess within the first 3 minutes, if I can keep this car running for 3 minutes, I don't use an aftermarket steering column. I don't use aftermarket steering parts. Nothing in there is aftermarket. This one still has a stock shifter in it. That means it's on the column. So my prediction is this car can run for 3 minutes. This part of the subframe will have dropped down, my steering will have disconnected, and I will be driving around there just spinning the steering wheel around, reverse drive, hope for the best, hope that you can run into something. That's what I assume will happen to this car.
If I'm still going, I will come push you into people.
That works for me. I don't, fortunately with these front wheel drive cars, typically you can, if your steering brakes, beginning of last year in Thorpe when I got second place, I did the last half of that with no steering because, typically with these cars, if you throw it in reverse and smash the gas, it'll go one direction or the other. It's not usually going to go straight. So we're going to go wreck some stuff, guys. We appreciate you following along. We'll get the videos up soon. This derby starts at 7 o'clock on a Wednesday. I work on Thursday. Adam works on Thursday. So I probably will not have all the videos up tonight. I will do my best to get them up as fast as possible. Appreciate you following along. Comments have been great. We're at the end of this video, so I'm sure people have stopped watching by now. But for those of you that are still watching, where'd that body go?
It's right here.
Oh, shut up, Adam. All right, let's see. This one right here. That's the one that we had you all guessing on. We have finally counted, and we can tell you that nobody's
close. A lot of you better start doubling your answers.
yeah, so if you want to take one more guess at it before we give out a winner, feel free to go back to that video and throw another guess on there. So we're going to go wreck some stuff. As always, guys, we appreciate you following along, and
Get goosed.